Hi everyone, Broman Jenkins here. Welcome to Call of Duty Black Ops, Treyarch's 2010 entry to the series. I'm going to be taking you through the campaign mode of this game over the next few days and weeks, and I hope everyone's going to enjoy it. I'm going to be playing on the regular difficulty once I get into that scene. Recruit's far too easy. Hardened doesn't allow me to do everything I want to do in a Let's Play, which show off guns and such, and Veterans is just for people who hate themselves. So regular it is, and we're going to jump right into it here.
Wake up. Wake up.
Where am I? Where's Reznov?
You will answer our questions. Do you understand?
Who the hell are you?
That's not important. What's important is who you are. What's your name?
Fuck you!
Where were you born?
Kiss my ass! Ah! Ah!
Your name is Alex Mason. You were born in Fairbanks, Alaska. In 1961, you served in a CIA assassination team known as Operation 40. Is that correct?
Ah!
Is that correct?
Yes.
Where's the broadcast station?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Where are they
I
broadcast
don't know
from?
anything about any numbers.
What about Dragovich? Do you remember him? Give us what we want, we'll guarantee your safety.
Ah!
Let's start at the beginning. Cuba, 1961, the Bay of Pigs. We know you were there.
No.
Do not fuck with me, Mason! I know when you're lying. 61, Bay of Pigs. What happened?
We all got killed.
There's no use lying, Mason. We know you went in with Woods and Bowman.
Woods. Bowman.
Dragovich. Do you remember Dragovich?
Castro. We went in to kill Castro.
The police are gonna be here soon. Let's make this quick.
Woods, it's been a while.
Well, enough, Carlos. You know Bowman, right?
Carlos.
This is Mason.
What's up, Carlos?
So you got what we need?
He will be in here. The plantation. My old plantation. Our attack on the airfield should distract them enough to get you inside.
What about the evac?
We will have transport waiting for you. Just be there.
Excellent. We got company.
Saquen los papeles. Ahora. Sal de aquí, puta capitalista. Oye, ¿de dónde tú eres? I said, where are you from?
Just be cool, Woods. Wait.
Talking to you.
And welcome to Cuba. So you'll notice this game doesn't have a training mission like a lot of the Call of Duty games do. This is actually common to the Treyarch games because World at War didn't really have one either. It had a scene like this where it told you to hit certain buttons every now and again. But it doesn't have a opening training mission. Infinity Ward actually followed through with this concept in Modern Warfare 3. It's one of those things because the game series is just so ubiquitous now. When you sell more units every year, and you're already the biggest selling franchise of every year, I guess you don't really need training missions anymore. So we're going to run through the streets of Havana, which is actually inspired by the multiplayer map of the same name. You can actually see several of the same locations, like the building I'm shooting at now. The building Woods is over near on the left there. They're exactly the same as the multiplayer map. But you'll see that a lot because it's a Call of Duty game, and that's how they function in their multiplayer. You're also going to see an interesting mechanic in Call of Duty games, which is the lead character who can never be killed or hurt. The only time they can get hurt is in scripted sequences, and basically the only time they'll ever kill anyone is in scripted sequences too. But Woods and Bowman, and to a lesser extent Carlos here, can't be hurt. When they do get hurt to the point where they die, they just go to their knees like this. You can see them here and about 10 seconds here. Right there with Woods. I use them as meat shields pretty liberally throughout the entire game, just because of their bullet absorption properties. And here I try to enter the car Dead Island style.
I will see you at the airstrip. Suerte, my friends.
Hit it! Go! Get the fuck out of our way! Roadblock!
See it.
Floor, Mason!
He's fading away. Mason, you escaped from the police. The Bay of Pigs had begun. You were heading for Castro's compound. We're losing him. Do it again. We have no choice.
What the fuck? There's a compound. Carlos and his men should be hitting the airfield. Any minute. There's a signal. Now! Hook up. This is it!
And welcome to Day 2 of the Bay of Pigs operation. Now in real life, Day 2 was the second to last day. Things had kind of turned against the Cuban invaders. But I go into more detail on this stuff in the thread. And here you go, scripted kills. You'll notice the big follow icon over Woods' head. Just do what you say and you'll finish the game. And here we're going to pick up one of my favorite weapons in the game, the FNFAL. I use this a lot in multiplayer and it's just a great all-around weapon. But I'm going to post more about that in the thread to keep the kind of content about it in this game chat low. So here we go. The main function of Woods and Bowman is to open doors for you. They're gatekeepers, basically. They're going to make sure that you get through the doors at the right time, and that you don't really go too far before the AI scripting can't catch up. They'll also call out stuff like this here, where it tells you to follow or hide or support or something like that, so you have a general idea of what you're supposed to do. But generally speaking, these guys are basically useless and only, useful for opening doors for you. So, while we have a moment, I did want to talk about Call of Duty Syndrome because as AI characters, they suffer from it. Call of Duty Syndrome is both the layout of the games, which is pretty samey every time, and the AI of characters. Part of Call of Duty is that you always are fighting with a bunch of other people or a few other people that are computer controlled, that script the game for you. But you'll notice that whenever I stand up or something like that, I will get shot at almost immediately by the enemy team, where my allies can stand straight up in the middle of a gunfight and not get fired on. This is part of the AI system in the game, and one of the more unfortunate factors in it, because it can make tough sections even more difficult. But that's why regenerating health is in games like this. Unfortunately, with regenerating health, game companies have felt the need to put you up against tougher and tougher situations, and just like in games where you have non-regenerating health, you can end up in a spot where you're screwed if you pick up the wrong weapon or don't pace yourself correctly and get stuck in a room with a grenade or something like that. So you have to watch out for it. And coming up is maybe my least favorite hallway in the first couple levels. If you try to go in here and use the weapons that the enemy has, they have KSG shotguns, which are exclusive to single player, you'll get pretty much wrecked up immediately. You need something like the FAL with some distance on it and some reach, because these guys are just too far away for a shotgun in a Call of Duty game. As you can see, one of those guys had a shotgun, one of those guys had a Scorpion, and I took them out faster with the FAL than they could even shoot at me. I'm going to try to use a lot of the weapons in the game. Oh, thanks for killing that guy, Woods, or that guy. Like I said, AI is pretty much useless unless they need to. And there you see Woods mentioning B-26s. Those will be brought up in the thread as well. And there we go. Cleared out this room, and we're going to go into one of the things that this game borrowed from Modern Warfare 2, which is stacking up. In that game, you burst through doors and walls to take out enemies and rooms. In this game, you open doors most of the time. Unfortunately, they didn't refine it any, so you still swing around like a madman when you open these doors. It's a little jarring, and I almost died on this one because I couldn't find that guy, and because I couldn't aim at him. Here's an assortment of weapons I don't really want to use, LMGs, so we're going to go right into the next room.
Get in position. This is it. You ready to make history? Let's do it.
Yeah, she won't kill you. She's scripted not to. Woods will shoot her. But I like to pump a couple rounds just in case.
Castro supporters are fanatical in their devotion.
Also, that was kind of cool.
The target is down.
So I'm going to blow this up just to show you can. Those guys actually can't shoot at you because they're on an AA gun. They won't look your way. But, you know, it's good to show that there's a little bit of interactivity in the environment where it doesn't really matter even. You're also going to see me swing my knife a lot. It's because on console, the Battlefield 3 controls for knifing are the same ones in this game, for ducking are the same ones in this game for knifing. So I end up doing that a bit. And there you go. Computer-assisted kill. Like I said, mostly scripted. And this room is actually pretty terrifyingly bad if you don't know what you're doing. Once again, if you made it through this last section with a shotgun or you came through with the LMG, you're probably going to get messed up in this situation here. You're going to want automatic weapons and semi-automatic weapons, and ones that have shorter reload times. As a rule in Call of Duty games, your automatic weapons are going to run out a little faster than you'd ever expect. Because you never know exactly how many shots it's going to take to kill somebody, which is why I like the FAL so much. It drops them pretty reliably in 1 or 2 shots, whereas in this you can unload at somebody for a while and still not do all the damage you need to.
He's down!
So with Castro dead, we have to get the hell out of Cuba, or at least off the plantation here. And we're brought up into one of the infamous Call of Duty wait sections. I forgot that this was a section where you just had to wait for stuff to happen, and I tried to take out these guys on my own. So there's a tactical, there's a bunch of guys, and there's an RPG here. So I figured I'd try to blow up the truck. And whoosh. But yeah, for the most part, there's only a few of these in the game. For most levels, these sections are actually completely doable on your own. You don't have to worry about waiting for allies or anything like that. Treyarch seems to have been much more deliberate in their design of sections like this, where they cut down on the number of them. The enemy AI isn't as Call of Duty syndromed as shooting at you only, but it still does it a lot. And I'm going to show off that you can have you can pick up different ammo from different guns, whereas BRT. You can pick up, say, if you're running the FAL, if you go over an FAL with an ACOG, you'll pick up the ammo, but in multiplayer you won't do that. So here we go, last run for the airfield, and it's looking pretty good. So you can die in this section. It looks scripted, but it's totally possible for you to die here. And I always shoot at these guys. I almost did it right here. Those are actually friendly Cubans.
Go!
It's all falling apart. You need to get out of here.
So that's the pretty much end of this mission. We're gonna make a run for that. I believe it's a B-26. I should take note that I've never seen one up close, but they are prop engine planes, and it's it's Cuban. Cuba had a bunch of them at the time of the Bay of Pigs invasion. So I'm assuming it's a B-26, similar to what's bombing this place. And this is our ticket out of Cuba. By the way, you can't jump into those propellers and die. I have tried.
Give us cover, Mason!
And here we go, part of the Call of Duty syndrome. It has to stop you from doing a run and gun game and put you on a turret. But as turret sections go, this one's not too bad. You take a lot of damage before you die, and almost everyone's standing near something explosive. If there's one thing I could really do away with in most of these Call of Duty games, it's sections like this. Simply because you have guys like that back there who you cannot shoot after a certain point, but can still shoot you. And those get really annoying, and it kind of breaks up the monotony of running around and gunning everything you see on foot. It still doesn't add a lot to the gameplay. Thankfully, in this game, these sections are relatively few and far between. Like I said before, Treyarch's done a pretty good job with this single player, even if they did a pretty crappy job with the storyline. So, Mason's about to do something stupid, and I think that's a good time for me to stop talking. I'll see you guys next time, where we're going to stage a prison riot.
Runway's clear.
Damn you, Mason!
No choice, Woods. I knew what I signed up for. Got me fine. Just go. Get out of here.
You're dead. We killed you.
No. You killed a double. You think we didn't know of your plan?
We always know.
Do with him what you wish, General. He's my gift to you, in honor of our new relationship. Just make sure that he suffers.
He will know suffering beyond his darkest fears. I have plans for you, American.
Oh, he did. Dragovich sure did.